Hi guys, so this is my 30-week pregnancy update, which means I'm now 3/4 of the way through. That's just crazy and means I only have 10 weeks to go. Well, 10 weeks until my due date. I always say that, I'm like, you can't really say it's going to be 10 weeks until the baby's actually here because, well, with my previous pregnancy with my daughter, I went 16 days overdue, so I could still go another 12 weeks and 2 days. But yeah, so this is where I'm at 30 weeks. Feeling much better this week than I was last week. Apologise for my really moany update last week. I was just having a really bad week. To be honest, I think I was just exhausted and hadn't really been sleeping very well at all. Sleep this week hasn't been loads better, but I did get one good night's sleep last night, so I think that's why I'm feeling like woohoo, because I think finally sort of the tiredness has caught up with me and I just conked right out. I was still up a couple of times a night because I'm going to the loo all the time. I think the baby is just like using my bladder as like a squeeze toy or something, or she's sitting right on it because I'm like, all the time. So I'm trying to not drink so much close to bedtime. I'm still trying to drink quite a lot just to keep hydrated, and I'm really thirsty all the time, but just not so close to bedtime. Still having heartburn and indigestion. I think that's probably going to last now until the baby drops towards the end of the pregnancy. But I'm taking like little Rene and Gaviscon tablets and stuff to try and help with that. And I do think that helps a little bit, even if it's just in my mind. And speaking of sleep, I've now ended up mainly sleeping on my own because my other half, I think, is now just sick of me like taking all the pillows, and he's now in the spare room. So we're now separate, sleeping separately. Not every night, sometimes he does conk out in our bed, and then he'll maybe wake up in the middle of the night with me going and then our daughter will tend to come in as well in the middle of the night, and then he ends up in the spare room. So our sleeping arrangements at the moment are all a wee bit all over the place, but at the moment I'm like, as long as I can just get comfortable, I'm actually quite happy that he's not in the bed, because then I can get more pillows and more room. So I'm like, on you go into the spare room. So yeah, speaking of my husband, I think he also thinks that I've turned into a complete psycho. He did turn to me earlier and was like, you're so grumpy at the moment. Just lots of little things are sort of annoying me more at the moment. And I don't know whether it's because I'm pregnant, or because I'm now off work on maternity, because little things that he does are really like making me go, why have you done that? Or can you not, put your cereal bowl in the dishwasher? Why do you just leave it there? And and then it means that the cereal goes hard and then it's harder to get off. I'm literally going mad about things like that. Or like, you just gonna leave your shoes there, or are you gonna put them away? Because I think at the moment I feel like I'm just constantly tidying up. And I used to be the sort of person that mess did not bother me at all, but recently mess is really driving me mad. So I don't know if that's a pregnancy thing and if you guys are feeling that too. So yeah, per hubby at the moment, I think, is like, I can't wait until you are no longer pregnant. As well as that, this week I went to see the midwife, and I also saw the consultant. So I've had 2 separate appointments this week, because I'm seeing the midwife for normal appointments and then the consultant. And the weird thing is that both of them measured me, measured the bump. And one said I was absolutely spot on for the week that I am, and the other one was like, oh, you're measuring really small. So I don't know whether the baby is apparently small or whether it's perfect size, because I've had 2 different opinions. So I'll see whenever my next appointment is if they think the baby's big or small. I thought it was like a heifer baby, but clearly I'm wrong. Speaking of heifer baby though, I'm still feeling like the bump is rather big. So I will show it to you now. Here we go. Here is bump. Big solid ball. And from the front, my vanishing belly button that hasn't totally popped out yet but is a bit flat, and from the other side. Speaking of size, I've realised that in my first pregnancy I didn't weigh myself at all. I have no idea how much weight I put on, and this pregnancy I haven't weighed myself either. But I was in a shop the other day and they had an offer on scales, and I decided, okay, I'll just buy them, because out of curiosity I did wonder how much weight I've put on. So I haven't looked yet and I don't know. And as I said, I haven't weighed myself up until this point in the pregnancy. Before the pregnancy, I tended to weigh about, I'd say 8 stone 9 roughly. I was always generally around then 8.5 stone up to about 8 stone 9. So that's how much I tended to weigh. So I'm going to see now, I've got the scales over there, and I'll show you what I weigh now at 30 weeks pregnant. You can see that, I'll zoom in. Ooh. So I am now 9 stone 9 pounds. So seeing as I'm normally 8 stone 9, that means I've put on a stone in this pregnancy. And the baby apparently weighs about 2.5 to 3.8 pounds, so probably around 3 pounds right now. And I put on a stone, so it's certainly not all baby. I'm going to start doing that now every week and seeing how much weight I put on each week, and see what I end up being. Not that it matters, I'm not going to be obsessed about weight or trying to lose weight or anything like that. It's just more out of curiosity than anything else. But if you weighed yourself, have you put on loads of weight, or you not really put on very much at all? As always, please leave any comments below, and I'll be back next week with my 31 week update.